football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on another team from the Big 10, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's York. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. So Ohio State's offense will have first crack at this one. Those winged helmets flew up and down the field as Michigan won in a blowout last season.
It was a beatdown, and the team up north did some spanking to the team down south. And this was already talked about. This is already a rivalry that you get bragging rights. But when it's a one-sided beatdown and you're Ohio State and you had a year to simmer on this, you better respond.
Ohio State got spanked by giant pounds, too. I mean, that was all over the place. And I'll tell you, Michigan, they came out on fire offensively. Explosive plays. They put their speed on display, and they're going to try and do that again this game.
Now on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Looking downfield, it's Cobb. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Well, they try to throw for it there on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense, and guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So Michigan's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They dialed up the perfect call. Splendid execution. Now they've got it. Threatening. 1st and 10 from the 27. Makes it past the marker. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
The Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's York. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
And the Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He's got his man across the middle. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes. Yay.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Cobb. He's got an open man. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. First down for this offense. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
So here comes the Michigan offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Makes a connection. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy I can't remember drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The play action fake. Fires to the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's no good. He missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Give to the running back. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable.
Breaks into the open. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Cobb. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
He'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Looking to throw on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. At the 35, he's loose. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They go to the ground. Find some fresh air. Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Durham. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just linebacker. He can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Coming out with it, it's York. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Grab behind the line. It's Touré. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like these games really matter. The uniforms are.
And the ball's out there after it. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the air, it's Cobb. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He's got great speed. Touchdown, Wolverines! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. With the catch, it's Provo. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Scanning the field is Cobb. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one on a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. And we can mention names. And Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Buckeyes line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll return it from around the 50. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start this drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the 1st down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got him. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the 1st.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Got a man in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. And the wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. After losing yardage on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 10. Tight end now in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Got it behind the line. It's Vega. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Looking downfield, it's Cobb. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. Makes the catch at the 30. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And he misses. How about that, man? Like, it seems like everything he's thrown so far has worked, especially down here. He's already got 2 touchdown passes against this defense. So, guys, I'm kind of surprised when he misses down here.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Back to throw, it's Cobb. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got the back over the middle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when the Wolverines and Buckeyes get together, and a fun first half to boot.
The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
To the air on first down. The sure hands, it's Durham. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Wolverines are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. And the Wolverines look to do some damage in the red zone. This time they'll go to the running game. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Wolverines. And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Fielded in the end zone. It's York. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Off the play fake. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Buckeyes decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. So here comes the Michigan offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. This offense has it with really good field position. Hand off from the shotgun. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Fires to the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Wants to throw on first down. And wings it incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
Complete some of these hitch throws early. You're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. And then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Snagged in the middle. It's Touré. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Using his legs, it's Provo. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
The coaching staff defensively, they harp on this unit to be more physical, to fly to the football and gang tackle. You're seeing all of that in this game. That's why they're one of the best run defenses in the nation.
That's reeled in. It's Touré. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Got it in the middle. It's Vega. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. Leaves it with the running back. Nice move there. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air, it's Cobb. Bringing the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Catch in the middle, it's Vega. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Yeah, the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air, but when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it and make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the third. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number. targets we've seen. So we open the final period with a third down play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. A low line drive and not his best work. He'll make the fair catch, but there is a flag on the field.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. The give to the tailback. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. And they'll get him on the ground at the 3-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. And score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. They built a comfortable lead, and Michigan is firmly in control.
Hail to the victors has been playing. This team has handled the moment, handled the game, as well as any Michigan team we've seen. They know every year this will be a fight, but Michigan has brought it, and Ohio State hasn't responded.
And I think Michigan has just done a better job executing here in the second half. I've loved the way they've mixed in the run with the pass offensively. Defensively, they're doing a great job communicating. They're just the more locked-in team here late in the game.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. On the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield. Michigan stole their winged helmets and possibly their fight song from Princeton, but they are giving an Ivy League level education in defense today.
Yeah, and stealing their hearts, just ripping them out, not giving them anywhere to go, no life. This offense has no answers because Michigan's out there just destroying them, giving them a education.
He stopped at the 15, not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and take it back. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the the ball, mixing run and pass, and winding up in the end zone, Jesse.
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Back to pass, it's Luna. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. From the gun, the running back has it. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll run it again. He has the first and still on his feet. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Buckeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He'll do it himself.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. From the gun, running back on the move. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. To give as they work on that clock. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on it.
To the air, it's Luna. Makes the catch, it's Hicks. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they'll take a knee. They cross out all of the M's on campus. They call them the school up north. But this year, Ohio State will have to call Michigan the victors in the game as they plant their flag in this rivalry for another year. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been